David Elitch, the drummer, he was involved first, you know, just because right away we're like, okay, like we need to get a drummer. Dave is a friend of mine, lives in LA, I live in LA. It was kind of a no-brainer, you know. I think Dillinger is, you know, people that are coming from our band, you know, any fans of our band are used to hearing us play with extremely talented drummers. And, you know, Max Cavalera, you know, Igor Cavalera is, you know, one of the great metal drummers of all time. So I felt like we really needed to find someone that was going to be able to, you know, that we could kind of introduce to people as also being a merciless badass. And Dave Elitch kind of was, you know, a friend of mine who had a lot of skill. He had played in the Mars Volta for a little bit, but he was still fairly, you know, and still is, you know, kind of unknown to the metal world. So that was just a no-brainer. And
we went to LA. I practiced with Greg, and because Greg is playing guitar too on Killer Be Kill, which is really cool, and he's a really cool guitar player. He actually has really cool riffs. And we went to LA. We practiced with. The band didn't have a name back then. It was just called Project, and we did the first songs, which was Face Down and Killuminati, that ended up turning into Set Fire to Your Flag. And talking, we needed a bass player, and we thought of Troy from Mastodon. Greg already knew Troy from touring with them. I never met Troy before, but I love Mastodon, so I thought this would be great, especially because he can sing. So when I heard that, my mind just went bling. That'd be so cool, 3 guys singing in a whole record.
We did some shows with Mastodon a couple years ago, some in the US and some in the UK, and at the end of the tour he was like, hey, you know, Greg, I didn't say anything to you about this, but what's going on with that thing with Max? Who's playing bass? And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, well, if it's not me, I'm gonna be offended, you know, as your friend. So just to let you know, like, I'm playing bass in that band now, and you know, I'll be at the next rehearsal. And I was like, well, that's great, man. You know, we were both, I think, pretty drunk at the time. So I was, again, not really sure if he was serious, but then the next day he was like, just to let you know, I'm 100% serious about that. So, and that changed everything completely. You know, Troy brought a level of musicianship and kind of songwriting ability to the band that changed everything instantly.
There was a funny episode. I went to South America with the Maquinaria tour with Cavalera Conspiracy, and Mastodon was on the bill. And I went to meet Troy finally for the first time, and I said, hey, I'm Max, I'm Troy, and I said, hey, I believe we're in a band together. Right when I first met it, you know, I even said that. It was like a really funny moment, you know, like, yeah, we are. Well, nice to meet you. We're in a band together.